What's up, friends? Welcome back to Battle Brothers. Let's get paid! Gelbstedt. 290 is a bit much. Oh, that's good profit. 100 odd gold each profit there. A man splitter is impressive, but I don't need it ultimately. Need any of this orky stuff. I think 4 poison vials is enough. How are we doing for training? I think we're okay for training. Like, some of these nobles are tempting, but I want them to have big two-handed weapons. Lieberecht of the Legend. Look at that price, good lord. I am going to keep hiring, what are they called again? Monks? Just on the off chance that I can find someone who's going to have, you know, a better stat distribution than Aegis. It's unlikely, but I mean, at 120 gold a pop, it's not bad. I'm happy to keep fishing like that. I do love a juggler, but they have fatigue problems. Oh yeah, give me them tools. 36, 56, 76, 96, 111. Ooh, 1,000 gold squire, tempting. A bastard, I like bastards too. They're a little bit cheaper than squires. Let me just consult the wiki. Bastards, what do they get with backgrounds? What is this that I'm looking at? Aha! Okay. Bastard. So 50 to 60 hit points, 90 to 100 fatigue. Resolve is a touch low at 25 to 35. Melee skill is good though. It rolls 52 to 67. Range skill 32 to 42. Melee defense minus 5 to 10. And level 1 to 3. So he's a level 1. And then we compare that to a squire. Where's Squire? 50 to 60 hit points, pretty much the same. Fatigue, pretty much the same. Resolve is way better at 42 to 52. Fatigue is the same. Melee skill is a little bit weaker at 54 to 62. The Squire is better. But, I mean, his daily rate is a bit higher. Well, we're not there yet. And I mean, if I'm going to spend that much, I might as well, you know, spring for a raider. I'm looking at the stats for a raider. 59 to 67 base melee skill, which is way better. Nice melee and range defense too, which is very good. I think I'm probably better off just trying to stabilize my finances right now. But goddamn, it's so tempting to pick up another two-handed flanged mace, knowing how rare they are. Excuse me. Ooh. A public execution is not to be missed and provides entertainment for the whole family. Food and drink are abundant during such an occasion, but merchants may also try to take advantage of spectators. Okay, by charging higher prices. Let's see, in the steep east of Krakenland. I might go check that out. I just want to see how our lads are doing. Yeah, Eisenbart is still really hurting. That's 2 permanent injuries now. But to be fair, he's been along with us for 182 days. We've had him for a friggin' long time. So he will get replaced at a certain point. But he's still going to be useful for quite a while. And eventually, even if I get, let's say, a two-handed cleaver user who will most of the time be on the front line, Eisenbot will still be preferable to the cleaver user if somebody else gets injured and needs to be replaced until they heal up. Or if we know we're fighting something like a hedge knight or a bandit leader that I want to dagger down, where I want their armor. Eisenbart, he's already been through the wars. Well, quite literally, a civil war. What I'm most pleased about is the fact that, what was his name? The archer, Funk Sming? Philmac has his warbow and 85 range skill. He's getting there. He's actually on track to be better than Caesar, number-wise. He's going to keep rolling, let's see, range skill, 2 stars 4. So he's going to roll 12 more. He'll be 97 at level 11. So determined is what's keeping Caesar better, but eventually I can see Philmac becoming his equal. This is incredible. I've got 2 top-tier archers. Give me something easy that I can do. What is this? Deliver to Coendorf? No thanks. Escort to Kaivada? I don't want to go there. I just came from there. Delivery to Wolfheiden. We can do this because Eisenbart still needs a bit of time to heal up. He has some nasty wounds on him. This is the first time we're starting to see some decent armor pieces in the city. Normally there's rubbish armor. I'm going to pick up another heater shield. We're a bit low on heaters. Eisenbart's going to need another day or 2. I can't wait to get these coat of plates into the front line. And the nice thing is, as soon as we can get ourselves a mission that is hunt down the Shrat, we can do it, as long as it's like a 1 or at most a 2 skull. As you walk along the roads, a throng of ragged-looking men. I haven't seen anyone around here. I don't like to rat those guys out. You get like at most 25 gold, and then sometimes you'll get anything from a vagabond to a refugee, and you can get lucky with a vagabond. Vagabonds get plus 20 fatigue, but I think they get less resolve and less hit points. I feel very focused to finish this ambition because that's going to allow us to move our base of operations to the northern part of the map and northern western part of the map, where there's a lot more forests there, and I think that's going to be good because we have a better chance then of getting our hands on on wild men, and I think wild men have the best chance of being able to use these coat of plates. Okay, interesting. Ulf the messenger, so decent fatigue. He's a survivor, 2 stars in melee skill, and he's very beefy. So let's see, melee skill, 2 stars is 3, so he's going to have plus 33, so that's 90 melee skill at level 11. Loads of hit points, so hit points 4 to 5 every level, so let's call it 44 plus 5, so 50 hit points at level 11 plus, if I take hit points every level. So if we give this dude Nimble and Colossus, he'll have like 140 hit points at least. Resolve is decent. His initiative isn't great, but I think this is a duelist or a swordsmaster if I've ever seen one. And we wanted someone to replace Eisenbart as a cleaver user. Why don't we make him a nimble, 2-handed cleaver user? It could work. Right, mate, welcome. Who's next in line? Where's my name list? Scout. What an apt name for a dodgy person. So Scout, the dodgy boy. I haven't decided yet what we're going to give him. I think we will allow the late game crisis to determine what he's going to be. This is good. So I've got a bunch of low level lads that we can hopefully get involved at some point. Lexes. Once Lexes has Nimble, we can have him wear his hunter's hat and his leather. For now, though, scout. Look at that, still got 42 fatigue after using all that shit. And Vuchevsky. See, almost all the battles now are really scary, so it's kind of hard to get people in. We need to hunt down what's terrorizing. I think we need one more delivery until Eisenbart is healed up, or we could just camp. Just camp it up. What is this? Caravan destroyed. No thanks, I don't want to alienate any of the other houses. Let's just camp overnight. Give Eisenbart a chance. Doing this mission should give us a decent bit of money. We can pop back down to Gelbstadt. Or we just do this mission and then just head out into the wilderness. But before we go to the wilderness, I need to go to the a training hall to train our new level 1. Where's the training hall? Krakenland. Okay, so this is going to be hunt down what terrorizes. That's odd. Why was I doing that? We'll see what it is. If it's spiders, we can get some of the level 1s and 2s involved. If it's Nachtwuhren as well, some of the low level boys can get involved. Okay, heading off into the mountains is unfortunate. Nice little payday, this. And out of interest, see, we're already at friendly relations with House Kaltenborn, and as much as I want to head over to the other house, House Goswin's territory, because of the larger chance that we're going to get our hands on a wild man, given that we're already friendly with Kaltenborn, the smart play is just to keep grinding, finish this ambition, and then go for the get to allied relations ambition, because that's going to get us a suit of heraldic armor and a full plate helmet. That being said, I mean, am I even going to use it? I mean, I've got 2 full sets of coats of plates sitting in the background. Yeah, this should be fine. I've got good backup weapons to go to on the front line, boys. I have both my shield breakers and my flanks are secure. Wachevsky there. Cloud McDowd is still nasty with that crossbow. So wait for them to hit flat ground and then we'll take them on. Nice. I love it when there's bushes that split up the fight. It makes it so much easier to maintain the way that the fight happens. It's a lot of level 2s, so we do got to be careful. It's a lot of level 3s. I think stay where we are, probably. And whenever I can get a chance to shoot at the level 3 Nachtwuhrens, I will do so. Perfect, Balunsky. We do still have Setubrak to try to keep these positions marked though. I can't decide whether I should stay in the south and try to get to allied relations. Okay, that's a huge problem on the southern flank there. The main issue we're going to face here is the level 3 guys swallowing our brothers, and then that lowers... Jesus. Lowers our damage output. It's not the time to start missing everything you're taking, boys. Just fire into the group of Nachtwuhrens. Gonna have to drop some dogs as well pretty soon. I'm gonna do everything I can to reinforce this southern part of the flank. He's probably gonna get swallowed anyway, so just do whatever damage you can. I put him there because I was hoping he might run around to the south, but it's not the case. Now with Mercel, we've got to be careful because moving forward and smashing that one is tempting, but it'll just create another level 3 and then he'll just get swallowed by these nerds. Let's just see what happens here. What I need is this level 3 to move into range so he can smash it. To Frosty, I think I'm better off attacking twice with the hand axe. 59%. Two 81% chances and he whiffs them both. 73 and 81. Not good. Okay, Lodorak, it's up to you to hold that whole northern flank. We've got a potential disaster on the southern flank here. Potentially one of our lads gets swallowed this turn. I don't know if that other level 3 can move up and swallow there as well. So if this Nachtwuhren, he can potentially move there and swallow. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so that lad is... Oh, fuck, this is bad. On the plus side, most of these level 1s here are all panicking good. Come on, one more hit and he can panic. Maybe going for the kills, just to proc more panics. I don't have any open shots, I'm going to wait and see what my options are there. Clout can rotate. Rotating here doesn't really help me. I think if I wait, I can move Mercel here and then Clout can use the rotation. We go for the kill. I think we do. I see Eisenbart's clubbed foot is really hurting him now. We'll see what Polunski can do. He might be able to use split here and then move forward. Loderak, you're doing fine work. Why do I say things like that? Don't worry, full max got your back. Expecting one of these dogs to die soon, or for one of these lads to get swallowed. This is the problem, we have 2 more lads getting swallowed this turn. We're in full release the hounds mode now. Anyone who's got dogs, just release them. We just need more damage sources and more targets on the field. Bad dog. No, he's got a... Fuck's sake. I need this guy to not swallow Mersault. Fuck, at least this one is wounded, so we should be able to kill him this turn. Fuck. This is really bad. To get Clout McDowd out of here. Okay, luckily, I still feel okay about this because these 2 level 3s aren't that tough. This one's fleeing, so at most 1 more person will get swallowed. It's just super important that Loderak deals with these lads. What do I do with Clout? I could go to my dagger. I feel like I kind of have to. I don't have any good swap targets. Aegis could move, which allows Eisenbart to get there, and then Cloud can double rotate. I think that's what we do. Okay, Balloonsky. Good. Big hit. Fuck. Okay, fuck. Stuff Aegis. I know you're not very high level, but you're trying your best. Leg you. I need you to go to work with that hand axe now. Too exhausted. Okay, so Cloud's gonna have to do that on the next turn, it looks like. I'll put Legyu there. Then Legyu can get his 2-handed axe out. I've really felt the debuff of the club foot. It's been very hard to move Eisenbart around. I'm so glad that Nachtwuhren moved there because it blocked this one from moving in there and swallowing Loderak. I actually need this one to swallow Wachowski because at least he's not getting beaten to death if he's swallowed. Okay, now this turn, these level 3s here need to die, and then hopefully that'll shatter these lads' morale. I know this looks bad, but the plus side is we can turn this fairly quickly. With just a few key kills. Oh, Alexis. can expect Bloodrak to get swallowed in the next turn. I need Balloonsky to fucking use recover, but that's big. Okay, we kill this nerd. We'll get someone else back. So Tubrak is back up, although he's not a happy lad. I'd love to use Raise Morale to get his morale back, but I'm just going to have to hope that killing enemies will get his morale up. Okay, that dude has to die this turn, but that's going to be hard. Fuck. Okay, so just one shot. Holy fuck. Who was it who got killed? The new lad. Aegis. Killed Aegis in a single shot. Fair enough. Nachtwuhren don't fuck around, do they? Fucking hell, said Tubrak. Not the time to start missing. The main thing I have to stop from happening is these level 3s who swallowed someone from moving away. Fucking hell, I'm gonna have no squad left soon. At least between Sir Tubrak and Eisenbald, I can back them to kill that Nachtwuhren this turn. Jesus Christ, this is a nightmare. Ski. See that type of stuff. That is what will get us squad wiped. It's crucial misses like that. Full max to exhausted. He's gonna get swallowed the next turn. That was dreadful. We missed like 9 out of 10 swings that we took on that mission. On that turn, I mean. It looks bad, but with one big turn, if Balloonsky... Oh, God. Balloonsky just needs to hit a big swing there. Oh, fuck. Is this how it ends? Against fucking Nachtwuhren? Was supposed to be so easy. Oh, fucking hell. Come on, Assenbot. Okay, Mersault. We got Mersault back. That's big. But these fucking... Oh my god! There's 4 of them that haven't swallowed someone, so everyone's gonna get swallowed. I need to move Clout McDowd away so that Sir Tubrak can use Thresh, but he's freaking out. Okay, Mersault, I need a big turn from you, buddy. Are they immune to stun? They're not, but what I need is the damage. Finally, he lands a shot. Not like this. tried to move? Interesting. If I could have hit that, I could have killed it, gotten berserk. I could have really turned the tide of the battle. If I can try to dodge away, I can get my crossbow out. It's desperation. No, let's just get the fatigue going. It's a Tubrek. Oh, Jesus, mate. Oh, no. Well, I got an achievement at least. Tough farewell. Lose a level 11 brother on Iron Man. I can't believe this campaign ends to fucking Nachtwuhren. What an embarrassing and ignominious way to have this campaign end. Not like this. Of course, these motherfuckers now. Oh, Jesus! Oh, you got struck down again, so that's another wound for Eisenbart. Not that it matters. Rip. Clout. Fucking Iron Man. Oh, and the corpse is getting eaten as well. That's brutal. What doubly pisses me off is this should have been an easy fight, even with not taking out my best archer and my bannerman. It just shows you, like, on those. Oh, gross! Just a bloody splotch. Full Mac, the only survivor. Rip. So on those first few turns, the spear walls really let us down. But we've still got a bannerman, an archer, and a level 1. Okay, let's call it. Rip. Rip, rip, rip. Still, we had our real moments there, but that's a real lesson that, I mean... So I was trying to get some XP and level up on, I think, 2 or was it 3 low-level guys. This is a reminder that at no point should you have more than 1 low-level person training. Oh well, another season, another lesson. So when you took over the Bloody Dawn, you truly believed you could lead it to greatness. Those goals were probably a bit too lofty, but you did manage to, at the very least, build a company of incredible renown. As the nobles inevitably slid toward war, it didn't surprise you in the least to see that the company's services were the most popular in the land. The war proved itself as brutal and horrific as any you'd ever seen, but at least this time you walked away with more coin than you knew what to do with. Retiring with your pile of gold, you left the company in the command of the bravest mercenaries still alive to take the job. The band continues its success to this day. Oh, exactly. While the Bloody Dawn continued on with great success, Fulmac the Hunter eventually saw fit to leave it all behind. He returned to the forests and fields, hunting deer and small game. He really showed the grim reality of hunting humans, but you have to imagine he just rather stopped doing it. As far as you know, he's doing well for himself these days. He purchased a bit of land and helps guide nobles on pricey hunting trips. The oddity of having Scout the Messenger in your band did not seem so strange after he showed himself to be a killer sellsword. Not exactly, he didn't really survive one fight. As far as you know, he's still with the company, preferring the march of a mercenary to that of a messenger. You don't blame him. An errand boy must bend the knee to every nobleman he comes across, but in the company of sellswords, he'll no doubt get the occasional chance to kill one of them bastards. Not a hard trade-off to accept. With good mind and health, you continue to live out the rest of your days in moderate peace. The most awful thing to happen to you in months was when a hermit ventured out of the wilderness to steal your firewood. That's the sort of life you always wanted, and you could not be happier having it. Well, rip the Bloody Dawn. What an interesting campaign that was. I mean, obviously I'm disappointed for the fight to go that badly and just suddenly end like that out of nowhere when we were doing so well. But I'm overall very happy with that campaign. I feel like I learnt a lot from this campaign. We experimented a fair bit. And so, okay. So let's just go over the lessons. So first of all, the main thing I wanted to experiment was Fortified Mind over Steel Brow. And Fortified Mind certainly has its advantages, but I don't think I'll be doing it again unless it's with the cultists playthrough, when I can try and max the, the entire band up to like 80 or 90 resolve. For these guys, I felt that, okay, fine, it was good against those certain enemy types, but we fought those enemy types so seldomly, and I had 2 guys with raised morale to offset that bad thing happening. So over the course of the campaign and stopping the crits to the head, I think for future playthroughs I'm going to prefer Steel Brow to Fortified Mind. The second big lesson was Nimble. I knew Nimble was good, but I realized how good it is this campaign. And I realized too late the synergy with Colossus. So I tend to not take Colossus on the frontline guys unless I have to. I feel like it's a dead perk point. I think I can get my lads up to 70 to 80 hit points without Colossus, but for the backline boys who are going to be taking Nimble, I think Colossus is pretty much mandatory because it stretches your survivability so far with Nimble. And as we saw at the end there with that messenger we hired, with 3 stars in hit points and some stars in melee skill, that's the kind of person who historically I would put him on the front line in heavy armor and just kind of not utilize his big hit point pool. But in the next campaign, if we get someone like that, I want to try him on the front line, either as a duelist or someone who uses a fencing sword and he's just beefy as all hell and he wears almost no armor. So that's something I want to try. The third big lesson was crossbows. Holy shit. So one of you asked in the comments, am I going to go for full hybrids in the back line? Yes and no. I like the hybrid build, but I don't think full hybrid is worth it. If you look at the build we had here, I think the very best class I had in the entire playthrough was those shield breakers. They were incredible because they were just doing flat out bonus damage with the crossbows. I didn't have to sink a single point in range skill. And they were still hitting, it seemed, more often than not with their crossbows, especially when they have height advantage. And then, when it came time for them to go toe-to-toe, they were amazing with their axes. One thing I might even consider is, instead of making them shield breakers with axes, I can make them hammer users. So they can use one-handed hammers and pole hammers for some more armor destruction. Because the main thing about the shield breakers is that they're there to break shields, right? But I found myself not needing to do it that much. Really, it's only useful against raiders when they have a round shield that you can one-shot. A lot of times when I'm faced with the decision of sinking multiple turns and breaking a heater shield, or just attacking through the heater shield, it felt better to just attack through it. Especially when my frontline lads had decent accuracy anyway. And if you got a person using a flail on the front line, the shield means nothing anyway. I would love to have those shield breakers maybe be pole arm users, but the problem is then you don't have a one-handed option that utilizes pole arm, whereas with axes and hammers you do. What having those shield breakers be hammer users could open up for us is it could mean that on the front line I don't have to use a warhammer. I can use 2 flails on the outside flanks and 2 great swords on the inside flanks, because then we've got an armor destroying solution with the armor breakers, I suppose we can call them, because the great swords are a bit more forgiving on brothers with less skilled melee skill, and they're just great percentage weapons. Those great swords, I think they're the best weapon in the game. Okay, fourth lesson, 2-handed maces. Holy shit, they're incredible, absolutely incredible. Loved them. Mersault was, Cesar was the number 1 standout superstar of this playthrough, but Mersault was easily in second. His 2-handed mace was fucking incredible. And I think having 2 out of my 7 on the front line is definitely worth it. Fifth lesson, I'm still borderline about Dagger Masters. So, I mean, like, for those first 200 days, the Dagger Master was just a monster. He was incredible, being able to stab guys down. But the thing is, though, when I'm stabbing a bandit leader or a hedge knight or someone for their armor, 9 out of 10 times I'll deal with them at the end of the battle anyway. and then having the Dagger Master is great, but it's not essential. So what I want to try in my next playthrough is for that center of the front formation position, I want to try Cleaver Master, because I feel like I could make... That's the one weapon skill I really haven't tried all that much, is a Cleaver user. What I want to experiment with is the effectiveness of using Decapitate to shatter morale. I think it might be comparable to the morale shatter of the stabbing of the dagger. My intuition tells me that for the first 200 days, the Dagger Master will be better, but then for 200 days plus, the Cleaver Master will be better, because the Cleaver Master has more utility against undead, whereas the Dagger Master, as we saw in this playthrough, was just useless against undead, with the exception of Geists, who we can hit easily. So, okay, let's talk about the outside flank guys. The big decision is Great Axe, who can spin in a big circle, or Flail, and I think I want to keep them as Flail users. The main reason being is because if I'm up against like ghosts or something, or things that are really hard to hit, like with Sir Chubrak, I think I should have been more willing to have him use the three-headed flail. If I could build him a little bit differently, I would have given him Fearsome and given him the three-headed flail, unless it's like in the harder fights, he shouldn't have been using the two-handed flail because he wasn't accurate enough with it. I think we could have got more out of him with the three-headed flail and procking Fearsome to make enemies morale shatter. So that I'll do again differently. And last lesson, the big debate between 4 archers or 2 archers plus 2 other ranged guys. I know for a certainty that 4 dedicated archers is the very best you can do, just numbers wise, but I feel like it's a bit boring. And it leads to less interesting gameplay. So for next campaign, I'm going to be more willing to keep the 2 archers straight away. I mean, I felt like 2 archers was enough to deal with bandit marksmen, and even like in those big military battles with the support of the crossbows, we had enough to deal with the enemy archers. 4 would be the best number of archers, but 2 is okay. And then that frees up 2 spots for the ninjas, and I think the ninjas are going to be nice because they're going to again have that utility against the undead. We didn't get the chance in this campaign for the ninjas to shine, but knowing for a certainty now, I have a very clear picture in my head of what I want to do in the next campaign. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to do Battle Brothers wise. I'll see what day this comes out. So this is episode 40. This should be Wednesday the 20th of March. I think we'll give this a 2 to 3 week, maybe even a month-long break. But I don't know when update 1.3 is coming out, and I have no idea whether the Men of the North DLC is months away or weeks away. So I think we'll take at least a 2-week break and then decide. Yeah, I think we'll take 2 weeks to focus on XCOM and RimWorld, and then just get an idea of how long it is until we're back with Battle Brothers. But Battle Brothers is still my number one. Okay, friends, yeah, wow. Sudden ending, but hey, big lesson. 6th lesson. Once we've done all the hard work, gotten to 200 plus days, and we start fishing for new recruits, yes, never have more than one level 1, level 2 crap guy in your group. I think if we had Cesar in that fight, it would have gone very differently. So yeah, that sucks, but hey, big lesson learned. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for your engagement in this campaign. It's so gratifying to see all the comments and how much you guys enjoy it. And my stupidity. Okay, before we go, let's pick a highlight and a low light of the whole campaign. Highlight of the campaign, I think, is watching Cesar more than once get triple kills. Takes a shot, hits someone in the face, kills them, procs berserk, shoots again, kills another person, shoots again, just triple kills. It's fucking incredible. I think we really got to see the top end of what a warbow wielding archer can do. And heaven forbid, woe betide any enemies should you get a legendary warbow on someone like that. Good God. And the fact that he was confident and determined as well, giving him that plus 10% to all his stats, that was amazing. Low light of the campaign, I think, was getting killed. I had all the tools I needed. I knew exactly what I was going to do, and then I just muscle memoried the shoot and the reload. It happened in like a split second, and then I realized, I'm like, no, fuck. Okay. Thanks for watching, friends. This was the Bloody Dawn. We never really got to get any cultists, so... I need to know what warband is going to be the next. If it's the full DLC, I'm probably going to have 2 campaigns on the go. I'll have the 13th Legion with the Peasant Horde, and Dovkul's Chosen with the cultists going at the same time. If it's not either of those 2, if it looks like it's going to be a long time before the DLC drops and it's a different band, I don't know what we'll do. We'll think of a new warband. Maybe it'll be just be a straight up test subjects band, and we'll just go for crazy builds, like a full nimble front line or something, you know, insane like that, or 3 up front, 9 at the back, or just something really bonkers. Okay, friends, thanks for watching, and yeah, see you next time. 171 points, not bad, not great either.